Both teams' national anthems proudly sung by the players. Anna, of course, with the Belgians, you really can't ignore the form. Under 21 silver medalists at the Junior World Cup last year, 2016 Olympic silver, as we said, 2017 Euro hockey silver medalists as well, and they won the semi-final in Johannesburg that got them here. They are one of the real form teams in the world at the moment, and really potentially playing above their number 3 ranking.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think they're going to really put it to Argentina. I'd probably even say they're the favourites going into this, just based on form. So they've also got a lot of their goal scorers going in.
And there is the Belgian squad. They play with Van Doren, Thierry, Domen, Van Obel, Koesters, Bocard, Stockbox, Brill, Van Asch in goal, the number 21, Luipart and Wagnes. That is the starting 11, the squad we're looking at there. Look out for Artu Van Doren. Such an exciting young player for this Belgian team.
Yeah, he really is. I think hopefully he gets some goals on the board. So I think it's going to be, it's going to be a real challenge. But they've got pace up front, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
Argentina, Juan Vivaldi in goal. So much experience from him. Payet is a drag flicker of top quality. Gilardi, number 4 star. Salis, the number 8. 10, Paredes, the captain. Lucas Villa, one of the top attackers in the world. 15 is Paz, he starts. 17, Lopez starts. Ray, the number 22. 26, Auguste Mazzilli, who's played in the Hockey India League. And Lucas Rossi, the number 27. That is the starting 11 as we see poor Juan Vivaldi. Must be warming up in goalkeeper kit in India.
Oh, you'd think so. 38 years old as well. It's an amazing feat by him.
And Koesters gets us underway. Belgium in the red, going from left to right as we look. Argentina in that famous strip, the pale blue and white stripes, white shorts, white socks. It's the number 1 in the light blue against the number 3 in the world. This match number 3 of the Odisha Hockey World League Finals of 2017.
An early turnover by Belgium there, just gave up the ball too easily to Argentina.
And Argentina will have the ball from the sideline. Now, strategy-wise, Anna, coming into this one, which team do you think will, or do you think any team will look to really impose themselves on the other, or are they just going to sort of, sit back like Belgium are doing here and allow the other team to play?
Look, initially I think they would just want to see, I guess, how the other team are going to come out in terms of how they press. As we see, Belgium are falling away. So, yeah, I hope they kind of step out and put some pressure on the ball, maybe later on in the match. But, yeah, you can't see at this stage.
So the turn, and all the way back out it goes from Paz. Oh, that's a nasty hit on the number 17, Thomas Brill. Such an important player for this Belgian team, and straight away you see the Argentinians rush over to check he's okay. There was no malice in that at all from Gonzalo Payet.
I think all the Belgians just breathe a sigh of the relief right there.
Standing over the ball is Florent Van Obel. Another of these Belgian players to really come into fantastic form. In fact, John Domen got us going. Ball through from Luipart, moved on quickly to Wagnes, one of these exciting youngsters in this Belgian team. But nothing there on that occasion, Anna, and a chance for Argentina again to have some stick and ball time.
See, Belgium have pushed up a bit high here in their press.
And Argentina will have the ball in the middle of the pitch. The early exchanges here in Bhubaneswar. There is the Argentinian lineup just running along your screen. Look out for the number 2, Gonzalo Payet. Such an exciting player. He set the Hockey India League alive with his drag flicks.
And a good stoppage of play there by Belgium.
Mazzilli moves on down to the baseline. Belgium trying to steal the ball back, and it's well done by Amaury Koesters, just disrupting play.
Yeah, and as you see, now they're going around the back. Argentina falling away, but their left wingers pressing out. And a great ball there
Forward come Belgium again, down the left-hand side, cutting back, and fantastic stick skills, just volleying the ball in the air.
Oh, another amazing attacking ball there. That's what Belgium are really good at, getting that crossfield slap.
And it goes to Stockbox. All the way back Belgium go to a position Anna knows well. Right back in the defence. Lovely ball through to Stockbox once more. Now, that's been given just outside the D, Anna. It looked more to me like it was inside the D.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was trapped it inside, but as they transferred around the back.
Oh, there, of course, the lifted ball. That's a lovely deflection.
Push in the back there.
Picked up well by Brills. Danger here for Argentina. Player down. And it's going to be a long corner. Argentina have to be careful here, Anna, because Belgium going forward are so exciting. Just some confusion for the umpire. It's been a long corner. What you see in hockey nowadays is any long corner is taken in line with where the ball goes out to play. Anna, from a player's perspective, is that a better rule than taking it over in the far corner?
Well, it's 100% a better rule. As you can see, that it just opens up a lot of the field. When it was down in the bottom corner, teams could get stuck down there for minutes at a time, and even as a spectator to watch, it's quite boring.
De Kerpel, the number 13 on. Thierry, out it goes to Leupert.
As Belgium make a half-team sub just there, you can see all the players on one side.
Yeah, in hockey it's rolling subs. You can keep your bench rolling throughout the game. You don't have to worry about keeping a player off once they've come off the pitch. Another chance here for Belgium. It's gone off the baseline in a 16, and Argentina really under pressure in the opening exchanges. Aerial ball, seeking out the number 9, Leko Casella.
Easily picked off there by Belgium. We might have our first card, and we do. It's a green card.
It looks to me like it's Alan Andino, I think, who's gone off, the number 7. We'll confirm that for you in a second. It's another 16, and again the ball just rolls out of play for Belgium on that left-hand side. Argentina can set up. Payat, eyes up, gets the ball around.
Lovely give and go there by Payat.
Casella inside towards Payat, who's beaten to the ball by the number 13, De Kerpel. Then on it goes with Ray. Crash ball in is deflected off Bokar, who defends well in a long corner, the first one we've seen for Argentina.
Yeah, Belgium definitely dominating the game so far. Argentina is so fast and skillful though in this area. They'll go back out and around. Most teams not wanting the ball to get stuck in that corner, as they can be pressed in quite easily there.
Argentina just exchanging play in the midfield. It went back to Gallardi, the number 4, the centre-back, who moved the ball on, and they have another opportunity outside of the 23. Now, Anna, of course, with the free hit being given, in fact, it's just inside the 23. They have to move it 5 before crashing the ball in.
They do, so it makes it a bit safer for the players that you can't just hit a ball in, you know, a metre out from the circle.
Definitely a defender's viewpoint there. Definitely a defender's viewpoint there. De Kerpel, Belgium really trying to just manoeuvre Argentina at the moment. Tom Bone, if you haven't heard of Tom Bone, he's one of the stars of the world game. He's an absolute superstar, played for Dabang Mumbai a couple of seasons ago in the Hockey India League.
Yeah, and as a striker, he's also a penalty corner flicker, so he's one of the most prolific goal scorers in world hockey.
Casella tried to lift the ball over the Belgian player's stick, and he was denied access to the D by Stockbrooks.
Belgium here with a lot of players behind the ball.
You have to, strategy-wise from Belgium at the moment, they're really trying to stretch the game. They're putting players up high, they're putting players up near the Argentinian goal. They're creating a lot of space for themselves, but it's almost making them detached as a team.
Yeah, I agree. I think we probably need some more people in that midfield area. I think they're trying to manipulate the Argentinian defence, who are man-marking the forwards.
Argentina have the ball in between the 23-yard line in their own half and the halfway line. Across the lines of the pitch in hockey. We'll try and explain over the 10 days of coverage of this Odisha Hockey World League Finals for any people that don't know the game, because we're hoping there's plenty of you that have never watched hockey before going to get inspired ahead of the World Cup in 2018, which, if you're wondering, is here in Bhubaneswar. A year today. We'll be part way through the action. It starts 28th of November 2018. And it's a funny game, this one, Anna. It's sort of end to end, but in a very stagnant way almost.
It is, isn't it? It's a bit unusual for these two teams. So they've both sort of been losing the ball in that 25-yard area.
You, of course, were out in Rio. It was such an electrifying final, the men's final, Belgium and Argentina. As you say, it's rather unusual that they're not really hitting the straps at the moment.
Exactly. It almost looks like they're sort of sussing each other out, and maybe they haven't put the foot on the pedal just yet. It is the first quarter. As you can see, Argentina falling away even past the halfway.
So Belgium coming forward once more. Again, Argentina are back in their own half. Again, it was the man who got the green card, the 2-minute suspension, Alan Andino, who stood in front of the Belgian players. Leupart, in it goes, deflects off Gonzalo Payat, and it's a penalty corner, and Payat looks frustrated. It will be a Belgium short corner. Argentina have gone to put their protective gear on. What you will see as we see the Belgians talking through their options. And Anna, the replay here, you see it lifts up off the stick into a Belgian player. I think that was what it was given for, as opposed to hitting the body.
Yeah, it looks like it hit him below the shin pad there, so it's definitely a penalty corner.
And Belgium line up. Boccar is the man on the right. They've got two castles. And number 9 and 13, Dokier and De Kerpel will stop. Looks to me like Stockbrox is the player at the top of the D.
Oh!
In off the crossbar, and it's not Stockbrox, it's like Leupart with the opening goal. That was an absolute scorcher from Leupart. What a start for Belgium.
That was a huge goal, flicked into the top right corner. Tom Boone, their main flicker, not on the field, but hey, they didn't need him with a flick like that.
Trust me, this will be one of the drag flicks of the competition. You don't see many better than that.
No, it was a fantastic technique as well. You see the goalie almost leaning down, he was just unable to reach it, and that was top of the net.
You have to appreciate is, one, Vivaldi, A, he's not small, and B, he's very, very good as well. And Leupart made him look average there. 177 caps now. Started the final in Rio, didn't score in Rio. Well, he's definitely scored in Bhubaneswar.
And what a way to score.
So it's 1-0.
And now Argentina might ramp it up, being 1-0 down. So you can see Belgium pressing hard and forcing Argentina into that mistake there.
Forward come Belgium. Van Obel looking to get around the stern attention of the Argentinian defenders. It was the number 15, Diego Paz, who was paying that close attention, and then the ball played out by De Sluiver.
And a bit of a messy receive, but he makes up for it there.
Now, Anna, at this point in the game where Belgium have just scored, Argentina are right back in their 23, 11 players behind the ball. How did they play? We saw it with Australia last night against India. They were behind, but they responded straight away. How do Argentina manage a response here as the ball deflects out?
Well, it looks like they're just trying to take away the space of the Belgian team by dropping further back in the field. Being 1 goal down, I would like to see them put a bit more pressure on the ball carrier. It's definitely playing to tactics at the moment. So maybe at quarter time they'll change it up, but we'll see how they go.
And after that drag flick, Leupart doesn't know his own strength. He's just aerialed the ball straight off the back line, 15 yards over the head of anyone. He's obviously been in the gym a few times this week. If you're just joining us, welcome along to Bhubaneswar. It's day 2 of the Odisha Hockey World League Finals of 2017. It's the start of a Group A campaign here, and it's a replay of the 2016 Olympic final And the news is Belgium, who lost that Olympic final 4-2 to Argentina, are a 1-0 in the lead. Loic Leupert scoring one of the potential goals of the competition. And I'm going to put my neck on the line and say that, even on day 2, Anna.
Oh no, I agree. That was an unbelievable drag flick. You know, going top net against a keeper of that calibre, it's not easy.
Now, can Belgium find another quickly? Van Obel waits on the right-hand side, under pressure. Well stolen, though, by Augustin Mazzilli. Back it goes to Salis. Nahuel Salis, one of the less experienced players in this Argentinian team, who are just... Oh, they've got so many caps. He's got 54, and that's not many in this Argentinian team, trust me. But Gilardi loses the ball but wins it back quickly. As a defender, Anna, we saw Gilardi there under pressure. We see it again, Argentina losing the ball. You have to be so aware, because the forwards are always sneaking around trying to steal. Oh,
exactly, and now with that reverse pressure and the shave tackles, I think you just have to have that support off the ball. At the moment, it doesn't look like Argentina are just stringing the passes together.
Now, nuances and terminology very much part of hockey. One there is that the Argentinian attacker was in the position that the ball was coming to first, ahead of the Belgian player, which is why it went Argentina's way.
You can see there, the Argentinian player tried to get past 4-on-1. Now Tom Bone with the ball, looking to get around to someone you don't want in the circle.
What you see there with Tom Bone as well, Anna, he really backed his pace against Gilardi.
He did, and as he should. I think that's the beauty of these Belgian players, that they have the skills to go one-on-one.
Gilardi, 36 years of age. No spring chicken, in international hockey terms anyway. Now, Belgium ball down the left-hand side. They're really enjoying success down this left-hand side. It was De Sluwe. At the moment, the Argentinian defence is in open play, just about holding up. Gilardi looks forward. There's the ball up
Beautiful
to
ball.
Matthias Ray.
And this is much better, getting the ball through the midfield, making a transfer, just stringing 3 passes together. If they can get another midfield transfer, oh, beautiful ball. Really needs to connect with his player there. Argentina need to make those passes because they're just not getting into the 25.
Augustin Mazzilli, a UP wizard in the Hockey India League, for anyone who follows that league. The Hockey India League is the main professional league in India. Mazzilli has lit that up in the UP Wizards. He's a magnificent player. Now Bocart finds Leupert, who just throws the aerial ball. 2 players in there again. Now I'm surprised, Anna, that no whistle was given there, because Payet ran into the space, and technically, as the rules are stated, probably Belgium could have had the free hit.
Oh, I definitely agree. It can be a difficult one for the umpires, but as you say, that's the rule. If you're already set there and someone runs into your space, then it's your free hit.
Wagner's finds Bone. Bone moves the ball on, and Belgium really with their tails up here, and Tom Bone starting to come into his own here. Lovely little dink ball through, gets the ball back and still going, and gets the free hit. Now the interesting thing is one of the umpires, the Australian umpire, was about to give a penalty corner there, and he was corrected by the Englishman.
Belgium wanting the penalty corner there, we're not getting it.
Bone, lovely little behind the back pass. Belgium really enjoying themselves here. Lovely ball across beautiful. To Bocart, but Bocart just couldn't take it down.
Yeah, that was a great ball in there. It is always a bit risky throwing an overhead into the circle, but he needed to make that trap. Argentina looking really good when they get the ball into that midfield.
Moving the ball forward. Rarely see Argentina coming forward. Juan Lopez, the cross, and down onto his haunches went Augustin Bugalo for the deflection in. Leupert was there and equal to it. Great game he's having so far. Crash ball in, and Anna, nice to see Argentina as they win the long corner, starting to get the ball forward a bit more. Yeah,
I'd like them to string a few more passes together rather than just the crash ball in. But, you know, when there's only a few seconds left on the clock, it's one of the only options.
End of the quarter. And Argentina at the moment are under pressure here. It's Belgium 1. Lopez isn't happy with the English umpire. It's Belgium 1, Argentina 0 after 15 minutes. And at the moment, the team that won silver in Rio are just about in the lead. And there is confirmation of the score here at the Odisha Hockey World League Finals 2017. Argentina 0, Belgium 1. We're now going to go pitch side. Siddharth Pandey with Loic Loipart.
Congratulations on the goal. Brilliant first half. What more do you need to do against Argentina?
It's about being patient now, and they don't want to accelerate the play, so we try to make the play now, and we keep on working on our strengths and develop our game, so that's perfect.
We wish you all the best for the rest of the game.
Thanks.
Back to you, Dan.
Oh, I'd have loved to have heard the question, Anna. Like, where did that come from, that drag flick? It was unbelievable.
It really was, and it, you know, it looks like he's the main drag flicker in the team, but beautiful technique. You know, he got it away really quickly, and it was perfect, really.
That's a great point. Looks like he's the main drag flicker of the team. At what point does he turn around to Tom Bone and the like and say, sorry lads, it's all about me now?
Yeah, he might be pushing his luck there. I think he needs a few more of those under his belt.
Well, here are the highlights, and this really is a highlight potentially of the tournament. Look at that travel.
You can see how close it was to the defender's stick.
The Belgians were celebrating early. They had most of the pressure in the first quarter. Argentina started just to sneak back in at the end. We saw it with Australia yesterday. It took a goal against Australia to almost wake them up. And Argentina and Australia are fairly similar. They're 1 and 2 in the world, but they're fairly similar in that their teams coming in here with, you know, inexperienced players, or in Australia's case also not that much exposure recently. Argentina haven't played much recently. It's going to take them time to get into the tournament.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It'll be interesting to see if they change the press structure to do something different. And as we see, we're going out hard already. So that might be something they're going to look to do, and just lift that intensity, because it looked like just a bit of a different team that won that Olympic final.
Thierry with the Claire reducers under his eyes. Lovely pickup that is by Thomas Brils. Wants a penalty corner, gets the free hit instead.
And again, the ball in that 25 has to go 5 metres before it can go into the circle.
Of course, it was inside the dotted line as well, and we'll go through those technicalities as we go through the game. Argentina have the ball down the right-hand side and a chance to clear their lines once more, and they're not rushing to do so. In fact, they've moved the ball on about 10 yards from where the actual offence took place, but the umpire seems happy. Gallardi down the line.
Easily picked off there.
Now, Mazzilli ahead of play for Argentina. They've got one man up. Mazzilli keeps hold of the ball and pushes Argentina down the left-hand side. Lopez down the line it goes.
See, just then there weren't many people ahead of the ball for Argentina. So I think they're just, you know, just behind the ball and need to get some of the people streaming forward, because they're struggling to find passes.
When you think Argentina hockey, and similar with Belgium, you always think attacking hockey because they do play this real style and flair. It's almost bizarre to see them play defensively, because you don't expect that from Argentina.
You don't at all, so it is very different. And now here we go. See the 3 players, they're jogging. Wonder why they're not sprinting to get ahead of the ball.
Mazzilli, only one player ahead of him. That is Augustin Bugallo, but he's got 2 Belgian players in the way around him. That's well picked up and turned back by Juan Lopez. As you say, Anna, it just seems a little pedestrian from Argentina, although Lopez does win the free hit. And it's into the D, and it's picked off very, very easily indeed by John Dome.
Yeah, see, there's so many Argentinians behind the ball.
In a way, it's similar to the Germany-England game that we saw yesterday. Slip of the tongue saying Great Britain. They do jump around, but even as an Englishman, I don't really understand when we're Great Britain and when we're England. But we saw it yesterday with England, that they were sat back a lot of the time. They had a slightly depleted squad, as we found out afterwards. But you're seeing it with Argentina here. They're sort of setting their stall out that they're only going to play defensive, which seems bizarre at this stage in the tournament.
Yeah, it does. You think you'd want to set your tournament up at quite a high intensity. So here we go, that's better intensity getting forward. Mazzilli
moved the ball on there to Lucas Rossi. Rossi with a shot across goal, it's in, but it's not going to count for dangerous play. I think it's been given. And the coach of Argentina, well, he looked more happy there.
It's a rare chance for Argentina, and probably against the run of play so far.
The first circle entry. The first circle entry in the whole match so far. It's 1-0 to Belgium, if you're just joining us. Let's have a look at it again. Rossi into the D, lifted across.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was dangerous. I probably would have paid that a goal.
That's coming from a defender. When a defender's saying that, you know it wasn't dangerous. That was an interesting call. But the umpires, the umpires do an amazing job, and they have a very difficult job as well.
Oh, hugely difficult, and obviously the safety of the players is a big concern in hockey, so understandable.
Disallowed or otherwise, it was a great finish because now Argentina into the D, still going, may get a penalty corner here. They don't. It's a free hit Belgium's way. But again, Anna, Argentina starting to get into the D and starting to make things happen.
Yeah, as we see Tom Bone there with the ball. Belgium streaming forward. That's a lovely ball over the top. And dangerous.
Back stick.
Back of the stick. Yeah.
Makes so much more sense.
It really does, and it was definitely back of the stick, as you can see him roll his hands there.
Now, from your point of view, is that gamesmanship, i.e. deliberate? Because that can be the case at this level. I'm not accusing any player of this, but it can be the case that some players, they deliberately think, oh, the umpire won't spot this and hit with the back of the stick because it's so fast, or was it just an error? Because errors are so easy to do.
Yeah, but at this level, there's video referees, so you just really can't get away with that. And I think if it was allowed, the Belgian players would have referred it.
Now, Belgium flood forward again. Tom Bone with that streak of... Here they come once more. Well played and patiently played by Artu van Duren, one of the top young players in the world. And he steals a ball high up in the Argentinian half, and it'll be a long corner. And Artu van Duren showing there, Anna, that you really never should give up on the ball in that sort of area of the pitch.
No, that was a great steal back by him as well.
Now, forward come Belgium. Stockbrox wins the free hit. Rare foray into the Argentinian half in this quarter for Belgium.
Still no pressure on the ball. Here we go.
Picked up by Kina. And a free hit going Argentina's way. The Argentinians, although they're under a lot of pressure in open play, they do control that well. They don't panic in defence.
No, they don't at all. Once the ball's on the stick, they're really looking for another pass rather than just throwing it out blindly.
De Kerpel didn't play at the Hockey World League semi-finals in Johannesburg, which Belgium, of course, won, and won well.
Yeah, good take back there by Belgium, and lovely skill.
Forward comes Stockbrox once more, of course. And then picked up by the captain, Paredes. No spring chicken. Paredes moves the ball inside, and this is good again from Argentina, and Paz can inject the pace into the play. There from Argentina, we're seeing more midfield play, more link-up play from them, and that's something they've got to develop through this second quarter and into the second half.
Yeah, and I think it was the energy off the ball and the sharp leads that we just weren't seeing previously.
Bone steals the ball for Belgium and self-passes. You don't have to pass to a colleague in hockey anymore. Cracking ball through, Anna, but just too much.
It was a beautiful ball and the right idea. If he got onto that, it was going to be a one-on-one with the goalie.
Juan Lopez down the line. Mudzili, who's hugged this byline, this sideline for Argentina for a lot of the game, on the reverse.
A lovely skill there. Belgium as well, really calm in that area, just taking control.
Lopez found Paredes. Mudzili, the ball just stolen away by the Belgians once more. And then Koesters. And then Van Obel. So much talent in this Belgian team. And again, Anna, look at the space that they're creating with their transfer.
Yeah, just getting the ball over to that help side. So by help side, I mean for the non-hockey fans, it's just the ball getting to the other side where the players aren't. And that's just really where they can build up a lot of their attack.
We'll try and simplify the nuances and the terminology of the game, because hockey does have nuances and terminology, and with a World Cup coming in a year's time. We want to welcome as many new fans to the game as we possibly can. For old fans of the game, we hope you're enjoying the coverage here at the Odisha Hockey World League finals in Bhubaneswar. 3 more games to come today. Netherlands, Spain, Germany, Australia, and India versus England. As Germany beat England 2-0 yesterday, India and Australia played out a 1-1 draw.
Here we go, another crash ball in, picked off too easily by Belgium.
You say too easily there. Again, there is more intensity in the Argentinian play, but it's still not really sort of cohesive. It's not all. It doesn't feel all together.
Yeah, he just hit like straight at that centre player just then, and I'm assuming they wanted the Argentinian to either lead him behind or maybe give him a bump. It just wasn't happening.
Koosters, the ball lifted up. It was deemed dangerous by the umpire, which is why he blew his whistle.
Now Belgium falling away here. It's a bit different.
Drop back into the half-court press, back near the halfway line, allowing Argentina to have the ball. And the defenders will, they enjoy having possession there, but they're then looking for the movement of the players in front of them.
They are, definitely. It's those sharp movements that can really catch the eye and just provide a clear and obvious pass.
Brills gets the ball back, cuts back, and that's well played, finding Doman. Doman to De Kerpel, eyes down, looking to take on the Argentinian defenders. Into the D it goes and doesn't go right for De Kerpel, although the Argentinian player very nearly getting a touch.
Yeah, it was really well defended there. Protected his feet and forced the error.
Now, full press put on by Belgium here. Argentina get the free hit. The Australian umpire not very happy with... he's saying you took it on too far.
That was a great steal there by Belgium as they go into the attack again.
Brills moves the ball on. Here he gets it back again. Gives and goes a lot, Thomas Brill. He's always looking to get the ball higher up the pitch than where he normally receives it.
He does, and that's why he's so brilliant. He's one of the best at it. And that give and go is just so hard to defend.
It's better from Argentina, but again, just slightly detached to 1-2 players from Belgium around the number 17, Lopez. Payat hasn't come into the game at all so far. We haven't seen the penalty corner threat that Gonzalo Payat can be.
No, we haven't. As we've both said before, they are struggling to get any outcomes in that 25. They've made it there, but again, I don't know if the crash ball's working at all for them.
Koosters. I think that was a boot of an Argentinian, but play continues, and Koosters has to go and try and steal the ball back from Lucas Villa, one of the most exciting players in the world. Ends up in a heap with Koosters on the floor. Which way will this break? It's a 16-yard hit, and again, Argentina into that 23, into the Belgian D. It's a rare occurrence in this game, but nothing coming from it.
I just don't know if there's anyone close enough to the ball carrier to create those 2-on-1s at the moment.
Carlos Rettegui, the Argentinian coach, Anna, took both the men and the women's team to the 2014 World Cup. What a achievement as a coach to do that. I
have no idea how he did that. The amount of time and effort that it takes a coach to prepare for one team, let alone 2, very impressive.
Return from Doman, shaven-headed. Long ball into the D, it's just outside as the spin from Charlier. It's been a quarter where Argentina have just played themselves back into this game a bit. Belgium haven't had it all their own way in the second quarter. They are currently 1-0 up here in their first match of the Odisha Hockey World League finals of 2017. It's the number 1 ranked team in the world, Argentina, and the number 3 ranked team in the world, Belgium. And with just 2.5 minutes left in the half, Anna, just summarise for us this first half in your opinion.
Oh, it's been an interesting one. You know, obviously Belgium up 1-0, had probably more of the chances. Argentina have played themselves back into it into this second quarter, but they are still, as you said, just a bit disconnected in that front third.
Like Leupert got the goal off the crossbar from the penalty corner for the Belgians. It's been a very clean game in terms of penalty corners.
It has indeed. I would like to see Black have a go at goal, so hoping Argentina can get some more outcomes in the circle.
Tom Boone putting pressure on the Argentinians. Payat and Gilardi. And again, Belgium
Great
come
skill.
rushing out in defence to try and pressurise Argentina. Lopez, crash ball through. Now Belgium can go. They've got players up. They've got 5 of them. Bone has to go back, though. And the Belgian defenders weren't rushing forward as they make changes. Off goes Bocca.
Oh, brilliant ball.
Picked up in the DO, and it's over from Charlier. Cedric Charlier. He's not a bad goal scorer.
Yeah, from the back line, that was a difficult angle. Could have possibly found someone back towards the spot for a better angle there, but you know, players of this quality, you never know if they can roof one from the back line.
The 30-year-old from Anderlecht, 261st cap for his country, so played a few times.
Only a few.
Villa. Argentina, that's better connection.
Much better. Just the give and go, they're really good at it. So it's just that, yeah, that intensity of the ball to get forward.
Doman, the small aerial. That was
Yeah,
a
into a
5-yard aerial.
Into a group of players, probably not the best decision.
30 seconds left to go. Shane McLeod looking on. And Belgium at the moment have a 1-goal lead against Argentina.
Yeah, they're in no rush to go forward at the moment. And as you can see, now Argentina pressing out. But I think that might be the end of the quarter.
Long ball forward, Leupart, beautiful pick from
One-handed on the back stick. That's much harder than he made it look.
Augustin Mazzilli. Made that look so simple. And there goes the hooter. The end of the first half, the end of the second quarter, and the story so far is that Belgium have the lead. Argentina fought back into the game, but at the moment, that man on the left-hand side of the screen, Loic Leupart, made the difference. One of the best drag flicks you will see all week, in off the crossbar, beating Vivaldi. And the score here in Bhubaneswar in Group A is Argentina 0, Belgium 1 at the Odisha Hockey World League Finals. Anna, Belgium there, didn't have it all their own way coming through that second quarter, but they'll be pleased to be ahead.
Yeah, they definitely will be. That goal was unbelievable, so...
And we'll go down now, pitch side, Siddharth Pandey.
Gonzalo, Argentina are trailing by a goal. You all haven't been successful in making a single penalty corner. Belgium are a tough team. What do you have to change now to go out, equalize and win this game?
Yeah, I think we need to be stretched a little bit and width, because at the moment we are really close and we can't find the long passes. So I think for the second half we have to change that. Maybe we can improve a little bit in our game.
We wish you all the best, Gonzalo.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Dan and Anna.
Well, Gonzalo Piat, the UP wizard, and there are the statistics. 1-0 the score. Belgium have had just the 2 shots, Argentina none. They've had 60% of the possession and really have opened up the gaps in the pitch and the Argentinian defences. Penalty corners, well, all you need to know is Belgium had one, and Loic Leupart stuck it away. I think the ball's still travelling somewhere. It was absolutely rapid. It's Belgium 1, Argentina 0.
When you're talking in there, if action's going to happen, just come straight back to me. Because what I'll do is I'll describe what's happening and then I'll come straight back to you after. It just means it's not. It's also blurring what the roles are. Yeah. So that's what. So it's me saying what it is and then distract you for analysis. Okay. And one other thing, try not to say as we said earlier. And also, because you might say it 3 times a day, but sometimes you have to fill. It's good. Just
Keep it up like that.
So try not to be there, because if you hear a bang, you will get the keys. When they say lift the pitch, it's probably because you're here. Yeah. It's easier with these, because it's always there. You don't have to worry. With these, it's much, with lip mics, you have to really be aware. Otherwise, just keep going, just keep it relaxed. In that first quarter,
Say that on screen. That's great analysis. That's like what you want to say. That's brilliant. That's utterly awesome. They're offset, aren't they? So they've got payout offset in the centre and they've got no, yeah. Well, essentially, Mazzilli is playing left wing, left mid. He's almost playing a wing back role. The whole, seriously, if he's doing it in the second half, brilliant. That's awesome. That's really good. Oh God, I was sweating like an idiot because there was stuff going wrong in the background that they were talking about, and I was like, oh my God.
Fantastic, Bhubaneswar, make some noise! Are you guys excited? I can't hear you. Okay, so I see a lot of students out here in different uniforms on this side. Guys, are you having fun? Make some noise, louder, come on! This side, guys, are you having fun? Make some noise!
And welcome back to the action here in Bhubaneswar at the Odisha Hockey World League Finals. It's Group A, it's Argentina 0, Belgium 1. Let's hope they break the trend of the first two games where we only saw goals in the first two quarters of the match. And these are the highlights of the first half. Well, Belgium had much more of the play in the first quarter especially. Free hit given there as they probed down the left-hand side, the Australian umpire saying that the Argentinian defender had come into the space late on. Belgium and Tom Boone tried to get towards Vivaldi's goal, Anna, but didn't happen in the first part of the game for Belgium. But they got better and better as that first quarter game went on, and Argentina really struggled to get anywhere near the Belgian goal.
Yeah, they really did, and those crash balls just weren't coming off for them.
And then Leupart had one opportunity from a penalty corner, stuck it in off the crossbar.
Oh, he only needed one. Unbelievable flick. Just the pace on that. The goalie couldn't even see it.
Vivaldi is an incredibly experienced goalkeeper. He had no chance whatsoever. You see the offset there. Goalkeepers, of course, Anna, do offset to sort of compensate for how the drag flicker will play the ball.
Oh, exactly. And they expect their runners to cover one side of the goal as well, and often to take the ball with their body.
And then the ball over the top and out of play. And that was the end of the first quarter. Lopez was fuming with the English umpire. And Mazzilli got better and better and Argentina improved. Rossi helped Argentina get the ball in the goal, but it was disallowed.
Yeah, we thought this was a goal here, but he ended up hitting it with the back of his stick.
Chapter wasn't happy at all. And Argentina really did start to open the Belgian defences up more and more as the second quarter went on, and that would be a huge positive for the Argentinian team talk.
Yeah, they just lifted the intensity and the work rate off the ball, as you could see in those clips.
John Doman was industrious for Belgium. De Kerpel, new into the team, tried to win a short corner, but sometimes it goes wrong.
It does, and that was great defending there by Argentina, just protecting their feet and forcing the error.
And as Kustas gave the ball away in the midfield to Mazzilli. Argentina rushed forward once more in search of that goal that they need to get back into the game. And sadly, the fact that they didn't get a shot kind of sums up Argentina's half.
It does, as well as Belgium just picking off those passes and controlling it out of the back nicely.
We thought this was going to be goal number 2 for Cedric Charlier, but he ended up very wide on the angle, and the acute angle difficult to shoot from. And that was the end of the half, and it's 1-0. Leupart making all the difference. Belgium are back out already. This is how it looks statistically. Well, Belgium had 20% more possession than the Argentinian Olympic gold medalists. They have one penalty corner. Leupart made it count, and they entered the Argentinian circle 8 times. Belgium only got in there twice. They did, however, put the ball in the back of the net once, but it was, of course, disallowed. And Argentina and Andino picked up a green card and a 2-minute suspension. Well, the Belgians, Van Asch has had absolutely nothing to do so far. The Belgian goalkeeper must be rather bored.
Yeah, other than that one that sort of sailed past and was disallowed, he hasn't done much at all.
So Argentina, how can they change things as we look at Paredes? What will Paredes and the coach Rategui say at half-time to turn this one round?
Well, Argentina are known for their intensity and their pace and their skill, and I think they really need to bring that up front, and that work rate off the ball that has just been missing a bit in this game.
The bench look relaxed. Vivaldi heading back into the goal.
Again, the 38-year-old. It must be one of the oldest here, I think.
And we're about to get back underway. The whistle goes. Dan Barstow of England. It's the third quarter of the Odisha Hockey World League Finals Group A match. It's the first time we've seen Argentina and Belgium. Now, you may notice just below the two teams' names on the screen there are green dots. That means they both still got their video referral. If they get a referral wrong, they lose the referral, and that will turn red. Tom Bone unable to keep the ball in play.
Yeah, just, I think, misjudged the pace of that pass there. Belgium pressed out hard early, but now they're just falling away.
Payat, calm on the ball.
You can see on the right side there, they've really advanced the Argentinian player, but they're just too far away.
Picked up by Mateus Rey. Lopez. Eyes up. A couple of players ahead of him, but easily cut out by Wagnes. Here he is once more, down low, moves the ball onto Bone. Bone eyes up and tries to get around two Argentinian players, decides to go all the way back instead, and Stockbrox, who wanted the foul, and you have to feel, Anna, he had a point there.
Yeah, I think he was tripped there and lost the ball, but here we go. No, picked off again by Belgium. Argentina just losing it there.
Leupart, Doman inside, poor control of the ball from him, just showing too much of it to the Argentinians, and they can come forward, but then Doman steals the ball back, and Van Orbel, Stockbrox, good intensity from Belgium.
It is, and now he's got a lot of time here. The Argentinians just getting back into the press.
And again, Anna, if you look at the strategy of the Belgium team here, really stretching the play again. They've got two players right up, almost marking the goalkeeper, Vivaldi.
Yeah, but they still also have the width across the field for that transfer that I think Argentina are lacking.
This will be a Belgium sideline ball. Argentina just seem slightly undercooked, I think would be the term. They don't seem quite at the level you'd expect from them.
No, yeah, I agree. They are, but here they are showing glimpses of good skill. It's just they need to be stringing these passes together a bit better.
Tom Bone couldn't get the shot away. Now here comes Lucas Villa, the number 12 shirt. Keep an eye on him this week. He's such an exciting, inspirational player for Argentina. Nothing coming that time for the Argentinians. Villa, the 31-year-old, in his third Hockey World League finals. Across it goes from Wagner's out to the wing. Belgium, not many players ahead of the game this time. Not much height on the pitch.
And there we see Thomas Brills again with the give and go. Picked off there by Argentina.
Payat. Transfer to Gilardi. The route back to Payat was blocked. Finds Lopez. Lopez down the line.
Brilliant ball.
Now, Anna, a point you made at half-time was about the width and the lack of width almost in the midfield, which is It's almost forcing the Argentinian wide players to play the whole line instead of having sort of 2 or 3 players along the width of the pitch.
Yeah, they're basically setting up in this back 3 kind of structure, and then when they're transferring the ball, they've got no one out wide other than a striker right up the field. So they're forced into playing these long balls that when they come off are amazing, but they do need that 100% easy option.
From Kerpel. So it goes to Bocart. He has Villa ahead of him. Boone has dropped very deep and cuts back onto the 23. Keener. Ball across, no one's there, and we said Belgium had their forwards deeper and they needed players up high near the goal, and that would have been perfect for a centre forward on the penalty spot.
Yeah, that's a dream of a centre forward there. And he really should have been. They could almost dive. I just don't think he read the ball properly.
Yeah, and the wave from Sebastian Docquier. Sorry about that. Knew he wasn't where he should have been. Belgium will have the ball on their own 23.
As you can see, Argentina still falling away there. It looks like they have a front 4 almost.
Yeah, they're playing the half-court press at the moment, as it's called, dropping back to halfway, allowing Belgium the ball in their own half. Lovely, as we call it, shave tackle from De Kerpel. And again, Belgium rebuild under no pressure at all. Some was coming there, but the ball moved on as Lucas Villa went to have a look at the Belgian centre-back.
Oh, beautiful ball.
Van Doren.
Yeah, push in the back there.
There's going to be a card here. It's a green card, and it's shown to Lucas Rossi. Deserved?
Yeah, deserved. He can clear front position, just shoved in the back. He's falling to ground.
And Doran with the aerial. Cross it comes, and off it goes. And that will mean, of course, the green card now in hockey means a 2-minute suspension. So Argentina will be down to 10 players. And you see it there, Anna. Well, yeah, really, no question.
Yeah, both players ending up on the ground, so he'll be off for 2 minutes.
Lopez, deflection. It was off an Argentinian player, wide of the goal.
Must be a clear tactic of Argentina, because once they get into that kind of zone, they are just hitting it in rather than looking for short passes and working it in.
Yeah, if you saw the Olympic final and you saw this game, you would think it was 2 totally different teams. They've actually got a lot of players here who played in Rio. Belgium are probably missing more players who could be in this team that played in Rio themselves.
They do, yeah, but as we know from Argentina, they're big game players. You know, first game of World League. I think they'd be playing this a lot differently if it were a final.
Los Leones, the Lions, they're known as. Opportunity there, the spin from Docquier, and it goes against the Belgian team, and the Argentinian player is absolutely fuming at Dan Barstow, the umpire. Vivaldi has a word in his ear. And again, Anna, Belgium sending that high man out to go and do some chasing of Argentinian defenders, and they almost steal the ball back.
It has been successful so far, and yeah, I think it's a really good tactic by Belgium to put pressure on that ball carrier. As you can see, Argentina are struggling to string those passes together. Now this ball movement is much better.
Ball pace from Gallardi, the stick skill and lifted ball from Lopez, who goes to ground after a shove in the back, and play continues. Keener inside, that was a poor pass from him. And balls like that just give Argentina easy ball in the midfield. As I say that, they lose possession. Now the whistle goes, and again they're going to go to their pocket, and it's a green card again, I think.
It is indeed, another green card.
Here at the Kalinga Stadium, Bhubaneswar. Well, that was a horrendous tackle from the number 15, Diego Paz. And the difference between a green card and a yellow card is often to do with the severity. In my opinion, tackling from there, that was close to being a yellow card.
I think it was very close. And also
in fact, it is a yellow card. Correction, it was a yellow card. So I thought it was a bit of a bit of a strong one for a green. Saved by Vivaldi. Argentina currently down to 10 men. Paz with the yellow card.
And a yellow card is either 5 to 10 minutes off, depending on the severity of, I guess, the incident that happened.
Totally, and you'd feel with that one, although, as I said, it was more than a green card. It's not that severe. It's just a mistimed tackle. We'd describe that probably as a forwards tackle.
Yeah, it's definitely a forwards tackle. You'd assume that'd be a 5-minute yellow. Yeah, it takes something pretty special to be 10 minutes.
And there, Diego Paz just having a drink. The 25-year-old hails from Buenos Aires. Back it goes to Payat.
And have a look on that right side there. Now, Argentina, they do have someone floating there, but it is that back three.
And it breaks for Brills. Tries to go strong. And Argentina have what's called in hockey a 16. It means 16-yard hit as we see the Belgians come forward on the replay. It just peters out once more.
Again, there's a good opportunity. Just floats wide.
Ganley trying to pick up the ball on the far side. New into the team for this tournament, Ganley has an opportunity to impress Coach Retegui. Bocart. So much space and time for the Belgian defence.
Yeah, and you can see that they're just stretching with their structure. They've got width, they've got depth. Striker almost marking a goalie there.
Brill. Bocart transferring the ball long across the pitch, changing the angle. Leupart, no doubt he'll want another penalty corner, although Tom Boone's on, so he might not get the chance. Bocart again. Belgium. Doman. Boone, cross it comes. It's well played, and then looking for the pass.
Good tackle
From Stockbrox.
That advancing halfback for Belgium is causing Argentina a lot of trouble. So they're dropping back their striker, which means Belgium have a heap of time.
And as something that's changed in the game since the rule about where you can take a ball down, you saw the Belgian defender there. He came across to, as we see the replay of the Belgians, Stockbrox picking the ball up. I'll go back to my point in a second.
Yeah, that he brings it down, but the player has to wait until it's controlled before they can go into tackle.
Now, what you saw with the Belgium defender was he was waving his stick up in the air, not along the ground. That's purely to stop the player throwing an aerial, because he can now take the ball down from up high.
Can. So the old rule was that you weren't allowed to trap it above your head, but if there's no one within 5 metres, you can indeed trap it above your head.
It totally changes how players can manoeuvre their stick, even in defence. Even if they're not going for the ball, they might wave them above their head, almost like they're
well taken by Belgium there.
Bone comes forward. No one ahead of him again. Cuts back, strong on the ball, so strong on the ball.
That was lovely backbone. Oh, and just mistimed slap hit. Would have been really good play.
If you're just joining us, welcome along to Bhubaneswar, India. It's the Odisha Hockey World League Finals of 2017. It's the first match of the Group A, or Pool A, and it's a replay of the Olympic final from 2016. It's the #1 ranked team in the world, Argentina, against the #3 ranked team in the world, Belgium. And it has been a very, very unusual game between these two, because Argentina have been incredibly defensive, which is not what they're known for.
And saying that, it is only 1-0, so although we seem to think that Belgium are dominating, if they get one back, it's anyone's game.
Now, Belgium, long reversed it.
Unbelievable.
That was awesome, but just ended up falling between two Belgian players.
They would have had a 3-on-1 there as well, had he taken that trap.
Salis, midfield battle, Gonzalo Payat, higher up the pitch than we've seen him.
Yeah, now we can see the Argentinian team really stretching with their forwards. But again, there's still no midfield here on this right side for them.
Yeah, they're almost playing in sort of 2.5 lines, isn't it? They're very narrow midfield, very limited midfield, and then you saw there, as you said, Lucas Villa and the Argentinian forwards incredibly high up the pitch. But it's bizarre strategy from them.
It is bizarre. They are looking for that long ball. It just hasn't been very successful so far for them.
Villa, no one rushing forward to help him. There are 4-5 players up for Argentina, 6 in the 23 just as they lose the ball, but no one really putting the legwork in to offer anything to Lucas Villa. Frustration for Argentina at the moment. Doman and Belgium just start again, and every time they get the ball, almost the quality and intensity on the ball is lifted by Belgium every time they pick the ball up.
Oh, it definitely is. As soon as they could get it under control, you can see the movement off the ball. And here we get it free on the outside. It's going to be really dangerous.
Belgium 64% of the possession in this third quarter. They had 60% in the first half, the first 2 quarters. Of course, hockey now 4 15-minute quarters. Not sure how it'd be 3 15-minute quarters, excuse my maths. Opportunity, swing and a miss, and Koosters missed the open goal but gets a penalty corner.
Yeah, I thought that was a definite goal then.
The Argentinian coach looking rather concerned with his team's defending.
I think they were quite lucky there. But hey, it's a penalty corner, it didn't go in.
Very good umpiring there. He turned to Gonzalo Payat and said, if you want me to review it, I will, and Gonzalo Payat walked away.
Oh, so it's an Argentinian player that almost scored for them. Wasn't for some quick work by the keeper.
Now you say that, of course, Anna. The reason it would have been a goal if the Argentinian had touched it in was because Belgium had touched it in the D. If it wasn't touched by a Belgian player in the D, it wouldn't count as a goal.
Yeah, exactly. So if it is hit inside the D from one of the Belgian players and an Argentinian deflects it, it's still a goal. If it's outside, it's not.
Now Leupert has his wish. He's got another opportunity. It's him and De Kerpel. It's not gone well. Great stick save from Vivaldi as Van Doren went for the stick strike because it all went wrong for Belgium. Not a bad option.
No, it's always all right to throw in a hit, but at this level, you just don't want to be missing those traps.
Leupert will be frustrated. He'll have wanted his second penalty corner goal of the game. Here he is. Long ball in. Bounces kindly for Argentina. Away comes Mateus Rey. Bocart loses his stick and Argentina have a chance. 3 players forward. Belgium flooding back. 7 players surround 3 Argentinians.
They're only 1 in the circle at the moment. Look how many are back. Getting width now, which looks much better. But an easy error there. Yeah, not good enough there by Belgium. They need to be getting those, especially with the quality of flickers they have.
Vivaldi had to respond very quickly with his stick to make the save. Forward comes Artu Van Doren. Leupart. Lovely aerial down the line. Great example there of the ball being taken from above the shoulder or the head height by Gilardi. And there goes the hooter for the end of the quarter. And the score currently is still 1-0. It's still Leupert's goal that makes the difference. Argentina still struggling to get forward much, and Belgium at the moment, well, you have to feel, Anna, that they're likely to take this one.
Yeah, at this stage it looks like it.
The score at the end of the third is Argentina 0, Belgium 1. 15 minutes left to go here at the Kalinga Stadium in Pool A. And we'll now go down to Siddharth Pandey, who's pitchside.
Thomas, you guys are leading, but 1 quarter to go. It's 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The sun's right above us. How difficult is it?
Yeah, it's a difficult game and it's really close. So we really want to make the second goal to make it a bit less exciting. So we're playing well second half, so hope to continue.
Last quarter to go, Thomas. We wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Back to you, Dan.
Well, Thomas Brill, very good speaker. Always gets his point across, and you have to feel the Belgians now just need to turn the screw, and they should take the 3 points from their first game.
They really should, and at this stage they deserve the win. So it'll be really interesting if Argentina do ramp it up or change anything they're doing at the moment. You can see there the coach getting up them a little bit. All this talking tactics, so he's probably not happy with what they're doing.
With that though, he clearly is the one that's giving them the strategy about playing half court, playing defensive, so he can't be too annoyed at them unless he stood here going, you know, get up the pitch guys, play a full press. He can't be that annoyed if they're following his instruction.
If they are following his instructions, of course, but also it is the player's responsibility to do what the coach has told them to do. So, you know, maybe they aren't executing as well as he would like. So, and that makes, I guess, the players accountable for their own actions.
Matias Paredes, the captain of Argentina, gets us back underway and heads up towards the D. He's in the D. It's a rare position for an Argentinian player to be in the D. And they lose possession due to dangerous play.
So we see Argentina falling away still, which is interesting.
Lana, at least the statement from Paredes was that they are going to send some players high in the early stages there.
Yeah, exactly. And here we go. There's a bit more pressure now as the players follow up. And this is, I think, what we need to see from Argentina now.
Leupart, well played around Mazzilli. Continues forward.
Oh, brilliant skill there.
Now, Lucas Villa goes on to the reverse. Back inside it goes, and that's a brilliant pick over the top by Van Orbel. The whistle.
And he wins the free hit too.
Goes and Belgium come away. Keener, Bone back in. Poor Tom Bone's been off the pitch for every Belgian penalty corner so far.
It's the worst thing as a drag flicker when you're off the pitch. Obviously you want to be taking those yourself.
Lovely from Leupart.
Argentina sending a man out now. The danger of that is obviously getting the ball passed in behind, and here they go.
Now Villa comes forward, picked up by Paredes. Onto the strong side, back onto the centre of the field. Oh, that's
Beautiful
a great ball
through,
and then it goes off the back line.
Yeah, he really needs to trap that one. You know, he was in behind his defender. It was a beautiful ball into space. Would have had a one-on-one with the keeper from a tight angle. Belgium just taking their time, taking the ball up to the line. Oh, beautiful skill there by Belgium. And they just couldn't control it as it went into the circle.
Lucas Rossi, who got a green card earlier on. And now Argentina, space down the left-hand side, but no support whatsoever for Mazzilli.
And there's a stick check there where he wins a free hit.
Cross it goes to the number 4 for Argentina, Gallardi, into the D, but very quickly picked up by Van Doren. Now, Anna, Artu Van Doren, one of the young players, the FIH Rising Star of the Year, he always seems to have so much time on the ball. Even when he doesn't, he has time on the ball.
And that's a sign of a good defender, someone who's really composed when they're under pressure, that he wouldn't even seem like he does. So, yeah, I think that's exactly why he's been a rising star, because he just looks so calm.
Played here in Bhubaneswar in 2014 as a 20-year-old at the Champions Trophy. 121 caps to his name already at 23.
Yeah, that's huge. And you know, he's obviously going to be one of the stars of the game.
Payat.
This looks like a better shape from Argentina. They've got some width now. I still think they're a bit square, flat across the back.
And they give the ball away, Belgium. With mass changes once more. Bone's gone off, Van Doren's gone off.
And as it is very humid in India, they will be making a lot of substitutions to have the teams fresh, and because they do have a lot of games this tournament.
Leupart, lovely long ball. Across went the number 9, Casella. One of the young players in this competition. So, just under 11 minutes left here. It's 1-0 to Belgium. Opportunity here, they're flooding forward. Coisters is up there, and it's gone wide. It's Charlier again.
Oh, he needed to get that. Was almost a 3-on-1 there.
And you have to feel he had to pass this to Coisters at the back post.
Definitely. Yeah, he really needed to pass to that back post. He was just sitting there waiting for it, but he'd already committed to the shot before it even came.
You see there the 9, 10 and 11. Dokier, Charlier and Coisters. And it would almost have been the perfect goal. Baseline, penalty spot, back post.
Would have rewarded that pressing. They had two people there pressing hard on the ball and causing difficulty for Argentina.
Boca, who's been steady at left back today for Belgium. Lloyd Partou's been outstanding. Still the opportunity coming for the Belgians. Coisters, reverse stick, boom, goal. Coisters with the goal, and it's magnificent on the reverse for him, and Belgium extend their lead here at the Odisha Hockey World League, and that was fantastic from the number 11. He could have scored moments ago, and on his 75th appearance didn't play at Rio, Amari Coisters, but he's definitely playing here in Bhubaneswar.
And that ball just fell perfectly for him. It was a lovely touch there, and he just had so much time, and at this level a player can't have that much time on the reverse. And a good angle, and that just flew right into the corner. The goalie had absolutely no chance of seeing that one.
Vivaldi is a very good goalkeeper, but even very good goalkeepers don't pick those out.
Yeah, and it looks like it just went between his legs there, but the speed on that's very hard.
Well, very, very good from Amari Coisters. He's had a very decent game. Scored against Australia, I'm sorry to say, Anna, in the Hockey World League semi-finals of 2017. In the semi-final, as Belgium won 2-1. They went on to win 6-1 against Germany in the final. And when you go through the sort of the scores in the last year or so, there have been some really one-sided games, but almost back and forth. It's never completely dominant by one team.
Yeah, it's bizarre, but it also reflects world hockey at the moment. It's just any team today can win and have huge results.
You have to feel even Spain, who we're going to see later on against the Netherlands, come in here as the number 9 seeds in the world, number 9 ranked team in the world. Their lowest ranked team here, but if they have a fantastic 9 days left of the competition, there's no reason why they couldn't win it. Now, it's 2-0 to Belgium. Argentina have the ball on the Belgian 23. Payat, we've seen very little of him today. One of the stars of the global game.
As you see, trying to make something.
Oh, and it's in! It's fantastic from Casea. Meko Casea with the flick towards the bottom right-hand corner. And he's got one back for Argentina. And that was from nothing, Casea. It was almost a pot shot. He's new to international hockey, just 13 caps.
This is great skill here to get free. I'm sure if he was passing on, it gets a touch there. If the other player. Yeah, right into the corner. That was hard to read.
Well, I'm sure Andino will try and claim it, but I don't think he got a touch.
Yeah.
I think any right winger who was that close to a goal would try and claim it, but he didn't get a touch in my book. Casella gets the goal, and it's a really nice finish from him.
Just as we thought, Argentina may have been out of it. They get one back very quickly. It's only 2-1 now, so and as you can see, look at them streaming forward, and that's the intensity we want to see with just 8 minutes to go.
So we've got quite an exciting 8 minutes to come here, and suddenly Argentina have come alive. Well, this is how unusual this match has been. The first match of day 2 of the Odisha Hockey World League Finals in Bhubaneswar. And it's been well, just when we thought Belgium were putting the game to bed, Argentina come back into it, and suddenly Argentina are playing with a structure that's much more standard, normal and Argentinian.
Yeah, and even now Belgium are falling away. Exactly, like it just looks like they have life now, and the intensity they just brought it straight after that goal. That's the Argentina we know, and what they're going to need if they're going to get one back. Argentina just stuck in that pocket. Good ball out. Looking to transfer here.
And it's Gallardi. Eyes up, lots of players, and suddenly we go from no Argentinians in the Belgian 23 to 8 of them. It's an amazing change to the game, and we'll see the Argentinian goal, Casella's goal again. We thought he was passing it, but let's look from this angle. You have to feel he was. There were 3 players there. There was also the number 7 Andino on the back post. You have to feel it was probably a cross more than a shot.
I think so as well. The flick pass from the top of the circle into the goal is, you would think, is a pretty low percentage usually, but as she said, the goalie just wasn't expecting it.
Now Belgium with again that tiny aerial.
Effective.
But it's twice we've seen that today from them, and you so rarely see.
Lovely movement there to get over to the help side.
Now Argentina far further forward, and they miss Paredes, who was trying to cut the ball across the Belgian centre-backs. Now Belgium have a chance down the left-hand side. Keener, young player, one of the young players in this tournament, cuts the ball back to Van Obel. Van Obel wins the free hit inside that dotted 5-metre line, or just outside it in fact. The ball has to move 5 metres because it's inside the 23. Van Doren, not sure if that was deliberate or not, but it worked anyway. Here he is once more.
As you can see, Argentina striker, they're much more aggressive, pushing out. They probably just need that second line to push up as well, because at the moment the first line's being beaten too easily.
Picked up by Van Obel. Argentina though, with Gallardi, who's been steady today at the back. He's been much more involved in the game than Payat, which is slightly bizarre because they're centre-back partners, but Gallardi's just had more of the ball.
He's definitely had more of the ball, and as you see now, Payat with the ball and the Belgian falling away, just hasn't had much of an influence in this game. The Argentina not having any penalty corners.
4 minutes 50 left in the game, just under. Belgium don't need to chase this at 2-1. They don't need to get carried away. Technically, if, you know, a win's a win at 2-1, they won't really mind about goals scored at this stage. Now forward comes Stockbrox, onto the left hand, onto the reverse side, as we say. Oh, and Vivaldi, well, Belgium have won a short corner. Vivaldi, I think, kicking the ball onto an Argentinian foot.
Yeah, and the pace where he got around the play just then was, it didn't even look like he was running that fast, but just one drag. And he extends to that one hand, and it's impossible to defend.
Straight onto his own player's foot, frustrating. And Brill's had his arm up. That time you see hitting on the blade. Now this is what we were talking about earlier when it was the back stick, that's the rounded side. There, because he's hitting on the blade, it still counts as the front part of the stick, or the open side as we call it.
It is, you are allowed to hit the side of the stick, just not the back.
Now, Tom Boone has his opportunity. He's on, he's there. Out it comes, it is Boone, and it is a goal. What a finish, Tom Boone, and he'll be delighted to get his first goal of the competition at his first attempt.
Yeah, brilliant there by Tom Boone. There's a really difficult height there for the postie, sort of at the body. It's always dangerous, a bit of deception as well.
And we saw yesterday from Jeremy Hayward's, it was relatively central. In fact, Vivaldi got a hand to this.
Yeah, it looks like, as you see that the postie just jumped out of the way. He needs to stay steady there because it is coming right at him.
Celebrations from Belgium. They have a 3-1 lead. There's just 4 minutes 23 left in the game. It's the first game of day 2 of the Odisha Hockey World League finals here in Bhubaneswar. The third time that we've got to the final stage of the Hockey World League. 2013. In fact, it was early 2014 that the finals were played in Delhi the first time, as Holland won, Australia won in 2015 in Raipur. Who will win in 2017? Well, Anna, I'm not going to ask you that at this stage because I think that'd be unfair. Who will win the whole competition? But you have to say from here on in, 3:53 left in the game, that Belgium are going to pick up 3 points here.
Yeah, I guess it has happened before. No, 2 goals in 3 minutes, but yeah, it's going to be tough.
Rossi wants the free hit, gets the free hit. It's inside that 5-metre dotted line. Anna, now explain the nuance of the rule inside there when they get a free hit.
It has to travel 5 meters before it goes into the circle. As you see, he makes the pass and gets the penalty corner.
Penalty corner for Argentina. Now the players, the defenders, if the ball is inside that 23, inside the dotted line, they can defend from around the edge of the D. They don't have to be 5, they just can't come out of the D.
Yeah, that's correct. As we see here, the defender on top of the circle, just shifting, and the Argentinian player there finding the foot.
Doman was the man who it found the boot of, and Mateus Rey was the player clever enough to find it. Gilardi goes up to drag the ball out. We get a chance to see Gonzalo Payat. I don't think there's any point me telling you who's alongside him, because I don't think the person alongside him is going to get the opportunity here. If I'm wrong, fair play. Out it comes. It is Payat. It is a goal. What a finish. Gonzalo Payat, it's 3-2. We said Belgium are likely to win this, but at the moment, Argentina have every chance of getting a draw, snatching a win.
Yeah, maybe we spoke too soon, and between Payat and Tom Bone, two of the best flickers in the world. Yeah, that's almost looking at a certain goals with both of them.
Top scorer at Rio 2016, 11 goals in 7 matches, and he gets his first of the Hockey World League finals of 2017. Made his international tournament debut back in 2011. Gonzalo Payat.
That was beautiful placement, just over the keeper's foot.
Now, Leupart, his goal seems a very long time ago, although still stands out as goal of the game. Kustas, another goal scorer.
You can see Argentina's strikers stretching the field now as it transfers around the back.
Well, picked up down the line by Ignacio Ortiz, the number 16. Wagner's
beautiful ball.
Lovely ball through. Ortiz goes back, but Payat says, no, it's mine. And Argentina, Anna, much higher up the pitch now.
Yeah, and the intensity to get forward is so different to the first 3 quarters.
Now, Charlier, the high man on the right-hand side. 3 players were forward for Belgium against 4 Argentinian defenders. Argentina win the ball back. The shave tackle effort from Dokier. Argentina, though, and Rossi can come forward again.
Oh, just keep Belgium are very good at breaking the play down. They're just getting little nicks, slowing it down, getting free hits, and getting everyone behind the ball.
Now, you have to be careful that, Anna, don't you? Because if the umpire deems you're doing it, you know, deliberately, it would be a green or a yellow card. So
yes.
You have to be careful not to make it that obvious that you are often deliberately trying to make little, you know, knock tackles and stick tackles and things, or knocking a player's body.
There's an art in accidentally kicking the ball, I think.
Lessons in gamesmanship from an Australian. We're not at the Ashes, we're at the Hockey World League Final 2017. It'll be an Argentina ball.
As you saw, the Belgians rushing in on that overhead, making it dangerous.
Now the ball went 5 there before Rossi drilled it into the D, which is why he drilled the ball into the D and play continued. Belgium have the 16-yard hit. And they play the aerial forward. Now again there, Tom Bone was in position first, Anna, hence he gets the free hit.
Space on the other side there.
Van Doren. Bokar somehow gets through, and it literally was through the Argentinian player. Rossi's remained, well, injured, but he is back up now. Here's Van Doren. Bounces the ball, opportunity, and Charlier again unable to score.
The goalie did really well there to go down.
Stood his ground enough, you have to feel, don't you?
There's a good ball here. You probably should have made that trap, and yeah, definitely good by the goalie.
Tombo picks the ball up. Still going, somehow still going inside the 23. The Argentinians have to retreat 5. Bones trying to run the clock down. He knows there's only seconds left. Gallard is there, plays the ball out, and Belgium just want to count this clock down and pick up the 3 points. And Anna, you have to say they deserve it.
Yep, 3 seconds to go and they've done it.
And there are the handshakes. Two of the top 3 teams in the world. The replay of the 2016 Olympic final has ended in revenge for Belgium. They've won 3-2. Of course, Argentina won 4-2 in Rio a year and a half ago. Handshakes all round as Lucas Rossi questions something with the Belgian players. Van Asch had very little to do, and when he did, goals were often scored. Argentina 2, Belgium 3 in Group A. It has finished. Belgium get the first 3 points of the campaign at the Odisha Hockey World League Finals for 2017. And Argentina, well, their campaign starts in very unusual fashion. They only really started playing in the 4th quarter. Let's have a look, Anna, at the highlights, and it was all Belgium to start with.
It was, as you can see here, they're just attacking in numbers. It put a lot of pressure on the Argentinian defence.
Tom Bone wasn't on for this penalty corner. Leupert was. And the crossbar is suffering from bruising injuries. It was an absolute rocket.
Oh, definitely one of the goals of the tournament already.
So it was 1-0 to Belgium. With 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 9 minutes of the game gone. Shane McLeod was delighted. And Argentina still didn't really come out of themselves, and their first half performance was incredibly limited. They got the ball in the goal, but it was disallowed for a back stick.
Back of the stick there, and yeah, we all did think it was a goal. Not sure if it was deliberate or not, but video ref would pull that up.
Belgium continued forward. Chelier had so many opportunities as the game wore on, but he just snatched at that one. This was a great chance for Cloisters. He couldn't put it away. He got the penalty corner though. Dan Barstow of England deciding there was an Argentinian foot. Van Doren very nearly snuck the ball in the bottom left-hand corner.
He did, yeah, and changing up with a hit because he was mispushed out. Belgium won't be happy with that.
Now this was a great opportunity. Cloisters was at the back post. And again, Chelier went for the goal and looked sheepish at the forwards around him when he missed it. Cloisters had a chance on the reverse stick and made no mistake for Belgium's second. And he had to feel at 2-0. They were home and dry.
Straight through the keeper's legs there. You couldn't even see it was going that fast.
And then suddenly, Anna, Argentina remembered there was a game to play.
They did liven up a lot. We're not sure if this was a pass, but right into the corner there.
Mako Casella turned back, and in it went past the Belgian goalkeeper, Vincent Van Asch, to make it 2-1. Chapper was happy. His fists were clenched. But it didn't last long because Tom Boone stepped up. Vivaldi got a touch, and it was 3-1.
And just when we thought it was over, Tom Boone, and that's why the corner battery is so dangerous for Belgium.
And then suddenly Gonzalo Peat gets a chance, and he made no mistake either. It was a funny end to a funny game, and it ended Belgium 3, Argentina 2. We saw goals from both Tom Boone and Gonzalo Peat. The teams shook hands, and that is how the statistics look. Well, Belgium get the 3 points. They had 8 shots to 2, 56% of possession overall, and they put away 2 of 3 of their penalty corners. Argentina and Peat 1 of 1. Circle entries for Belgium 21, and they scored 3 times. It finishes Argentina 2, Belgium 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now start the awards ceremony of the match between Belgium and Argentina of the Odisha Men's Hockey World League Final, Bhubaneswar 2017. The International Hockey Federation would like to thank Hockey India and its